أولى ثانوي. فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد وهنعديها بالتأكيد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد. أولى ثانوي.
Dear secondary stage students, year 1, welcome to our English program and welcome to our channel Madrasetna 3 under the supervision of the Ministry of Education. أعزائي طلبة وطالبات الصف الأول الثانوي، أهلا ومرحبا بكم حلقة جديدة وقناتكم مدرستنا 3 تحت إشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. Today we are going to revise Unit 4. We are going to do revision on the whole unit. We are going to remember the vocab which we are introduced to in this unit. We are going to revise the grammar part. You remember we studied the countable and uncountable, the articles and so on. We're going to discuss them together. And of course, we are going to revise how to write an email and how to translate from English into Arabic and from Arabic into English. Let's start together. Let's start with writing an email. What is email? An email, as you know, is a text message that you send on the internet. So an email is a text message that you send through the internet. Emails usually have these parts. What are the parts of the email? The first one is the header. What is the header? The header, how to start the email. And we have greeting or salutation. We say dear, or hi or hello. This is a salutation or greeting. And we have the body. The body, this is the part which tells the reason why we write this email. And the closing, this is the end of the email. Let's discuss them in detail. We have the header, which contains the email address and the subject. The email address of the sender and of the person who receives this email. So we have from, to, and the subject. What is the subject? The subject is the title or the main idea of this email. What is the email about? So this is the header, from, to, and the subject. From, we write the email of the sender, and to, we write the email of the recipient. And the subject is the title or the main idea of this email. We have also the greeting or the salutation. This is addressing the recipient by name and the title followed by a comma. So we say, dear Mr. Ahmed or dear Nancy, and we put a comma. Then the body, we show the reason for writing. And after that, the closing, this is optional. You can say a word or a phrase like best wishes or thank you, etc. Let's look at this example. The header. We can write in the header from ahmed@gmail.com to problems@teenmagazine.com, and the subject help. I don't have any friends at my new school. You know that our unit, Unit 4, is about making new friends. So here in this part of the unit, we have a person called Ahmed, and he writes to a site called Teen Magazine. It's the site of a magazine. And what is teen? Teen means the age from 14 to 19. This age, اللي هو سن المراهقة, the teen age. So he is a teenager. He is writing to the site of the magazine. He has a problem. He can't make friends, and he wants help. Help, I don't have any friends at my new school. Look at the email which Ahmed has written, and let's discuss these parts. Dear Aunt Carol, this is what we call the greeting. This is the greeting. Of course, we wrote the header first, and then we write the greeting, اللي هي Dear Aunt Carol. I think it's difficult to make friends. I don't have any friends at my school. What is this? This we call the body. This is the reason why he writes the email. So I don't have any friends at my school. I'm always on my own. What does it mean, on my own? It means alone. I am on my own. It means I am alone at school. I don't have any friends. I am always on my own at the break time. Yesterday, I talked to a girl in my class. I asked her if she wanted to do some homework with me, but she said no. I need some advice. Do you remember the word advice? We said it's uncountable. We can't add S here. So I need some advice about how to make friends. And remember that friends, take the word make. We say make friends. Do you have any advice for me? Thanks. And what's the thanks? This is the closing of the email. So first we have the header, then we have the greeting, dear Aunt Carol. We have the body, the reason why we write this email, and then the closing. This is the end of the email. Can we write a reply to this email? Yes, of course. We can write the header as you see from problem teen. هنا بقى الماجازين هي اللي هتبعت الإيميل لأحمد. From the problem teen magazine to ahmed@gmail.com will subject tips to make new friends. And you remember the word tips? We said that tips means advice, but the word tips is countable. We can say a tip, 2 tips, but advice is uncountable. We say some advice. Dear Ahmed, of course, here is a greeting. I have recently received your email about your problem of making new friends. This is the body. This is the body of the email. Here are some tips to help you. So this is the reason why she writes the email, Aunt Carol, to give some tips to Ahmed. In the break time, try to start conversation with your friends. And this is what we have discussed in our unit, that in order to make friends, you have to start a conversation with them about something that happened in the class. Ask them about their favorite sport or music. Try to communicate with them on social media, websites, to share ideas. I hope you will find this useful for you. Best wishes. And best wishes here is the closing of the email. So, dear Ahmed is the greeting, then we have the body, then we have the closing, best wishes. Of course, this is a summary of what we have said in this unit. We said that you mustn't take it for granted that people will make friends with you. You have to make effort in order to make friends. So you have to start a conversation with them. Don't ask personal questions. Ask about their hobbies or their interests. Ask about the music they like, the teams they support, and so on. Try to go online, use the social media websites, and join clubs in order to have teammates. These all we have said in Unit 4. Now let's have some exercises on the vocab which we met in Unit 4. Question number 1, tourism plays a role in our national income. Do you remember the word role? معناها دور. فهقول tourism plays a passive role, drawback role, positive role, or negative role. Of course, tourism is important for our country, so it plays a good role. So passive is a bad word, something passive. And the negative again, a drawback means disadvantage. So here we have a positive role. A positive role, دور إيجابي. The opposite is negative role. So tourism plays a positive role in our national income. Is there a between crime and poverty? Is there a confront, concept, contact, connection? أنا هنا عايزة أقول هل في ارتباط ما بين الحاجتين دولت؟ Is there a link between crime and poverty? طب إحنا عايزين هنا word which means a link. What is it? Of course, it's connection. Connection. So what is to connect? To connect means to link two things together. So is there a connection between crime and poverty? Are all people who are poor are criminals? Is there a connection? Question number 3. He has a difficult problem. He always asks his parents for. When you have a problem, you ask for what? Device, advice, advice, device. طبعا عندنا في B, advice with S. This is advise with S. And advice with C. What is the difference? Advise means it's a verb. And advice with C, it's a noun. So when you are in a problem, you ask for device. What's a device? Device like, for example, the mobile is a device. the laptop is a device, the tablet is a device. فdevice ده جهاز، ابتكار حاجة، جهاز. فطبعا أنا مش we won't ask for device, we will ask for advice. Which advice? Advice letter C, this is a noun. So he has a difficult problem. He always asks his parents for advice. Question number 4. We should think carefully of the magnificent inventions. Magnificent means wonderful, fantastic inventions, الاختراعات العظيمة. Instead of taking them for guarantee, gratitude, grade or granted. طبعا احنا خدنا الاكسبريشن ده take something for granted، معناها انك تاخد الشيء ده كشيء مسلم بيه، كشيء ان هو it's always true and it will remain the same forever. So we should think carefully of the inventions. لازم الاختراعات اللي عندنا دي نقدرها and instead of taking them for granted، بدل ما ناخدها كشيء مسلم بيه. Let's look at another question, question number 5. The information about the new competition can be seen on when you are at school, when you are in the class or at school and you want to find information. You will find this information where? You will find it on the keyboard, notes board, broad or abroad. Of course, the word abroad means outside the country. When I say I travel abroad, it means I travel outside the country. What about the word broad? Broad means wide. When I say she has broad shoulders, means wide. Type notes board or keyboard. Keyboard, this is a keyboard of the computer, for example. But notes board is something which we put on the wall in order to put news or something very important. So if you wanted to find the information about the competition, look at the notes board. Question number 6, Ahmed Zuwail won a award for his discovery, the femtosecond. So Ahmed Zuwail won a prize. What is the word prize? It's a word. A word means a prize, the Nobel Prize. So a word starts with a letter A. So can we say the award, an award, a award, or no article? Of course, we use an award because it starts with a vowel, so we say an award. This is a grammar part. My father went to school. He wanted to meet the English teacher. Do you remember we discussed these parts about places? When we talk about places, generally, we use the. So we say, I go to the supermarket, I go to the cinema, and so on. But with places like school, prison, or hospital, sometimes we use the and sometimes we don't. If you are a student and you go to school, means that you go to learn. So we don't use the. We say go to school if you are a student. But if you are going for another reason, we use the. So here, my father is not a student. He is going for another reason. So here we use the. So we say, my father went to the school. He wanted to meet the teacher. So he is going for another reason, not for learning. So here we use the. Question number 8. I feel and I become very angry when I can't find the remote control. When I don't find the remote control, I feel nervous. I feel not comfortable. So I feel pressure, delighted, stressed, or pleased. Of course, here I want an adjective. I feel. Delighted means happy, and the pleased again means happy. But I feel stressed. I feel stressed. I am under stress, under pressure. So I feel stressed. This is the adjective. Question number 9. The headmaster promised that he would punish who hit his classmates. The person who hit his classmates or he used his power against his classmates, this is called what? This is called actor, bully, clerk, or teacher. Of course, he is a bully. We said that a bully is the person who uses his power, so he hits his classmates. Question number 10. New students are always their own at the break time. Do you remember the expression to be alone? So we say at his own, for their own, of their own, or on their own. Yes, very good. It's on their own. We say they are on their own. It means they are alone. Question number 11. Ahmed always carries his on his back when he goes climbing. Ahmed carry what on his back? We carry what on our back? Rucksack, wardrobe, suitcase, or cupboard? Of course, the word cupboard is a place where you can put glasses, you can put things. And suitcase is a big case, a big bag. And the wardrobe is a very big thing to put your clothes in. So it's rucksack. Rucksack is something which we carry on our back. Here we have question number 12. Remember, members of a team. Members of a team. The people who join a team are called teenagers, teammates, team leaders, or team captains. The people who join a team they are fellows, they are friends in this team, so they are teammates. Teammates are fellows in a team. People who play the same game are teammates. Question number 13. It's also a good idea to a sport that you like. Here we have the collocation. We say have a sport, take a sport, do a sport, or make a sport. Do we say make a sport or do a sport? Of course, we say do a sport, to practice something, to do a sport. Question number 14, I'd like to wear a cotton dress to keep me from becoming too hot. So when we describe clothes, we use tough cotton clothes, small cotton clothes, big or cool. Of course, the word cool, it means nice. It means something which is nice or fashionable. Question number 15, the police, the murderer up till now. The word police is usually plural. The police means the people who control the people whose job is to catch the criminals. These are treated plural. بنستعمل على طول verb plural مع the word police. So we say the police haven't or hasn't caught the murderer. We say the police haven't caught the murderer. Okay, now let's go to the translation part. We have here the translation. Let's practice some translation texts together. Some childhood soaring experiences, such as being a victim of bullying, may affect the child's personality badly. Of course, here we have the word child. You know the word child. What about childhood? Childhood طبعا اللي هي الطفولة. طب some childhood soaring experience, such as being a victim of bullying. طبعا احنا we discussed the word bullying. What's bullying? Bullying in Arabic we can say التنمر اللي هو using your power against someone اللي هي عملية التنمر انك تستخدم قوتك ضد حد. طب احنا عارفين الكلمة دي bullying يبقى اكيد نقدر we can guess the meaning of other words. نقدر نخمن بقى الكلمات التانية. Some childhood soaring experiences such as being a victim of bullying may affect the child's personality badly. أكيد الإكسبيرينس دي هتكون good or bad. لما تتعرض للتنمر هتبقى good experience or bad experience. أكيد إحنا فهمنا إن هي very bad experience. يبقى أنا ممكن أقول إن some childhood soaring experience بعض الخبرات أو التجارب السيئة، التجارب المؤلمة such as being a victim of bullying. زي إن أنت تبقى ضحية victim معناها ضحية للتنمر may affect the child personality badly. طبعا أكيد بتأثر على الطفل بصورة سيئة. ربما تؤثر بعض تجارب الطفولة المؤلمة مثل الوقوع كضحية للتنمر على شخصية الطفل بشكل سيء. ناخد جملة كمان. طبعا دي الفوكاب بتاعت اللي احنا discussed together childhood soaring experiences and the personality. We have another sentence. The teacher's friendly smile was a polite way to caution the pupil next to me to stop cheating. So the teacher's friendly smile. What's a smile? طبعا كلنا عارفين smile اللي هي ابتسامة. Is a polite way. هي كانت طريقة مهذبة to caution the pupil. To caution اللي هي عشان تحذر الطالب to stop cheating. واحنا طبعا عارفين كلمة cheating. احنا قلنا cheating اللي هو الغش. لقد كانت ابتسامة المعلم الودية طريقة مهذبة لتحذير الطالب بجواري بأن يتوقف عن الغش. We have the last sentence here translate into English. ليس من السهولة تكوين صداقات قوية عن طريق استخدام مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي. طبعا مش سهل ابدا ان احنا نكون صداقات، فممكن نقول it's not easy to make strong friendship by using social media websites. It's not easy to make a strong friendship by using social media websites. Social media websites اللي هي مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي. Now we are going to discuss more of our language, but we are going to do that on the mirror board. Let's go together. We are going to discuss a very important point. It's the expression or the word everyone, someone, anyone, no one. Words which end with one, or words which end with body. So we can say everybody, somebody, anybody, or nobody. So when we talk about these words which end with the suffix body or one, these words are treated in a special way. For example, we can say everyone is happy. Aren't they? Look at this sentence. We say everyone is happy. So the verb here is singular. We say everyone is happy, so it's a singular verb. Everyone is happy. We are talking about a lot of people, but when we say everyone, it takes a singular verb. We say everyone is happy. Someone is at the door. No one is here. So we use a singular verb with these expressions. But what about the pronoun? What about the pronoun? The pronoun is plural. Plural pronoun. So all these words take a singular verb and a plural pronoun. Singular verb, everyone is, and plural pronoun. Let's look at another example. We can say, for example, someone is at the door. Someone is at the door. So here the verb is singular. When we refer to this person with a pronoun, we will say, I will see who they are. I will see who they are. Because here we don't know who is at the door. Is it a man or a woman? Is it a boy or a girl? So we can say someone is at the door, I will see who he or she is. If we wanted to say singular verb, we can say he or she. But we cannot say only he or only she. So instead of saying he or she, we can say they. And we use here the plural pronoun and the plural verb. So look at these two examples again. Everyone is happy, aren't they? The question tag here, we use the plural pronoun they. And someone is at the door, I will see who they are. So when we talk about everyone, someone, anyone, no one, when we talk about everybody, somebody, anybody, or nobody, we use a singular verb and we use a plural pronoun. But what about everything? Everything, the word everything is different. It refers to something, not to someone or a person. It refers to something. So we can say, for example, something, everything is okay. Everything is okay. Isn't it? So here, the pronoun is it. We don't use the pronoun they, because everything, something, anything, nothing, these words which refer to something, it takes a singular verb and a singular, again, pronoun. So differentiate between these. Any word ends with one or body takes a singular verb and a plural pronoun, but any word ends with thing takes a singular verb and a singular pronoun. As you have seen, we discussed many things in this lesson. We revised the unit as a whole. We remembered some of the most important words in this unit, like being on my own, it means to be alone. Like the word bullying means using power against others. Like the word cheating, to act in a dishonest way, and many other words I want you to remember well. And we discussed together, of course, the grammar part. We revised the countable and uncountable and the articles, when we use the and when we don't use the, and so on. So study well and be ready for the exam. Until we meet again next time, inshallah, wish you best of luck. Goodbye.
أولى ثانوي فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد وهنعديها بالتأكيد وهنعديها بالتأكيد أولى ثانوي